Hello guys, DJParson here and I have another game for you guys. It's one of the international championship matches. It's a 4-player game as you can see. I'm currently in gold in international championship, so not super high. But this match was pretty interesting nonetheless, so I wanted to show you guys and let's get right in. So my opponents are whatever Parsley, Magnetiseur, Schweitzer and then myself on the last position. Let's take a quick look at those leaders and wonders. Confucius has already been taken. There's Hammurabi, we have Roman roads, pyramids, Acropolis. There's Columbus, Joan of Arc, and Bach. Michelangelo, St. Pete's. There's Machu Picchu. There is a Suez and a Cook. There's Marlene, Pierre. Alright. So yeah, whatever. Parsley has taken Confucius. Magnetiseur takes Boudica and Rich Land. Schweitzer takes the Engineering Genius and Cleo, so I am left. And I could take Pyramids, Ashoka. I will take the Pyramids and I will take Ashoka. So getting 2 cards here. Sometimes you get more in 4th position, but here only 1 left on the 1. Lastly, now it goes for Confucius. Grabs Colossus, builds a mine, increases pop. Pretty standard thus far. But has the Colossus. Can be interesting with Confucius. Magnet is gonna take the Roman roads here. He's gonna build a mine as well. Increase pop and elected Boudica. Now Trites is left here. Has a leader. Will maybe take the Acropolis, builds a lab, grabs Stonehenge instead of the Acropolis, and now can't increase pop. I think I would have gone for the Acropolis, it's fine, especially if it's on 1. I will elect Ashoka, increase pop, build that mine, and then grab myself an urban growth. I want to start collecting some cards for Ashoka. The moment I don't produce anything extra, you need 2 cards for that, but it's only the first real turn. Development of trade routes comes out next, or first development card. Parsley can build that lab, grabs warfare for 2, first H1 card here. Magnet is not gonna push, is gonna go for the Roman roads and nothing else, so can just finish that, saying thanks to the extra rock from Boudica. Now try to opens another development. It's gonna be civil life. And Trites is gonna build on the Stonehenge. Also grabs cartography. Needs to get out of corruption here. Can build a mine, increase pop, and gets out of corruption like that. Now there are quite a lot of different colored cards on the row, so we want to grab those. I will build a free lab, or not a free lab, but with that free civil action from the civil life. And I take theology and irrigation, so this way I have no corruption. I will be producing extra rocks and food thanks to Ashoka. And next turn I can finish that pyramids. Development of agriculture from Parsley opened here. He grabs himself alchemy, can develop and upgrade 1. Does do that. So starting with the science production. There are now Machu Picchu and Taj Mahal. Machu Picchu could be grabbed, but first we get the open borders agreement between Magnet and me. So that extra military action and a little bit extra danger from the +2 strength. Magnet is gonna pop quite a few times and grabs Fragility. Does nothing else here. Tries opens the development of religion, so free religions can be taken, I think, by everyone. Yeah, everybody has free population, so everybody can take the free religion. And tries to builds another stage of the Stonehenge and an extra mine actually. Develops that cartography has a lot of science. It's not bad in early cartography, depending on how many colonies are on the first deck. But I finished the pyramids, I finished the I take that free religion, grab swordsman, so even 4 different colored cards, but they don't give you anything extra on top of the extra rock and food Ashoka is already giving us. Parsley is gonna open development of settlements, so more population. Free religion for him as well. And knights. First military technology, also for the warfare. And grabs a rich land. So it could get dangerous from him with the Colossus, with knights and warfare. Magnet now opens the last development. Markets shows up. Knights grab for him as well. Takes the free religion. And has the extra rocks to build the knights. Very nice. Even building another warrior. Grabs iron. But no tactic. That's very important that he doesn't play tactic. If he had played phalanx, we would be really in danger now. We would have to respond to that. Because he has that open borders with us. Call to arms comes out, so we draw 2 extra military cards, but lose 2 civil actions. So we have a lot of defend cards. That's good news at least. But yeah, losing the civil action is not that great. Right, will finish the Stonehenge here. Increases pop and builds a warrior to get out of corruption. Grabbing irrigation here as well. And strength is not that high at the moment, but Magnet and Parsley are threatening quite a lot of strength. I take the free rocks from the markets. I will go for Swordsman, can build 1 and grab the iron. Upgrade the second Swordsman, so I'm now not even the weakest. Even if Parsley gets stronger, we're still stronger than Tricer and have 4 defend cards, so we are ready to defend anything. Parsley now opens the rebellion, but now everybody no longer has the discontent workers, thanks to the free religions. And Parsley is gonna go up in strength with the Colossus, builds a warrior, and shows the fighting band, so 6 strength for him now, making him the strongest. Magnet will open the reds. 3 food lost for us, a little bit less for everybody else, so not that great for us. We had a lot of extra food production with the Shoka, but still. Magnet is gonna go for those iron upgrades. Could have upgraded all 3 of them, but decides he wants the cultural heritage here. To get that extra little bit of science. Right, so we'll go for irrigation. Now that the reds are out, that might be a good move. Also build another warrior and grab himself the St. Pete's. We are still, all of us, on the HA leaders. There was only Genghis Khan up to this point. Finally, there are some more H1 leaders coming down the row. So we could go for Joan of Arc, perhaps. Let's see here. I will go for Joan of Arc. Can go for the mine and upgrade twice. Don't even have to elect Joan of Arc yet. She doesn't really give us that much. Just get the extra rocks and food from Ashoka as long as possible. Still nothing to push. Some aggressions on top of our defend cards now. Reign of Terror comes out. I guess Joan of Arc might have been better than after all, yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, going up to 5 strength could have been very useful. So maybe I should have elected her instead of getting the extra rocks and food from Ashoka. I mean, we have the iron, so that 1 extra rock we gained isn't worth that much anymore, so maybe it was a mistake to not go for Joan of Arc. I mean, in retrospect, definitely. It's also not the end of the world to lose the Reign of Terror, but yeah, having the option to be stronger would have cost us just 1 rock and 1 food, so I think that might have been the better move. Parsley now loads up on cards, Iron, Code of Laws, Engineering Genius. A lot of expensive science cards, but he has the Alchemy. Magnet now opens Scientific Breakthrough, so 2, 2, 2 and 3 science, all pretty equal up to this point, but very good for Parsley. And Magnet can now, with that Code of Law, with that Cultural Heritage, he can now go for that Code of Laws, going up to 5 civil actions, upgrading another mine, and he finally has got the Phalanx, so 7 strength for him. 13 rocks here as well. Tricer is gonna open an extra science for everybody, thanks to Confucius. Then Tricer is gonna go for Michelangelo. And then he can't finish the St. Pete's. We'll upgrade 1 more. irrigation and grabs alchemy. Not so sure about the Michelangelo. I mean, yeah, he will produce a lot of science very soon. Next turn he can finish the St. Pete's, but he could have finished the St. Pete's this turn. And Michelangelo would not necessarily be gone before his next turn. So, yeah, I think he could have maybe waited. Could have finished the St. Pete's and not have corruption and everything. Now I will go for Joan of Arc. I can go for the irrigation and upgrade those. I can also copy the fighting band, go for theology, use the urban growth to upgrade here, upgrade another mine, and upgrade an irrigation. So just upgrading everything we can up to 7 strength. So yeah, not more than the others, but definitely stronger than Trizer. New deposits, and we gained 6 rocks. Very nice. We spent all of our rocks in our last turn, so now we can use some more. Parsley will be going for Nostradamus. We'll upgrade a mine. Second one. Could have gone for a third one, but he doesn't do that. Goes for another warrior. Not the biggest fan of this 4 warrior spam. Especially because the age will end and then he has some problems with his happy faces. But we will see how we can manage that. First we get the historic territory, which Magnet is able to win. For a knight, that's, I mean, relatively expensive for a knight, but he has definitely got enough rocks. Even got that 2 extra rocks for building the knights, thanks to Boudica, and now he's gonna go for Columbus. Also grabbing another one like Himeji Castle. Will have corruption, but yeah, having the Himeji Castle is very nice. Very few civil actions and a lot of rocks, and that's exactly what he has. Trizer now finishes the St. Pete's and goes up to 9 culture production. So a lot of that is coming from Michelangelo. So very good science culture production, but not the best rocks, and 4 warriors from him as well. I will push, we get the developed territory, and I can win this, thanks to some cards, and yeah, in general, very low bids. Everybody just going for 3, even though we have tried so with 2 colonization force, whatever Parsley with 1. I guess I got a lot of the colonization cards, so the others don't have them. But here, very nice, getting that 3 science for just the 1 swordsman. I can then go for alchemy this turn, so spend some more of the rocks we just gained, upgrade that, and can you upgrade the last farm? So everything upgraded, everything up to H1 standards, exactly in the moment when H1 will end, so pretty good position going into H2 here, I think. Parsley opens vast territory. This one is going to be a lot more expensive. Magnet is going to bid 7+, which is a full army. That is very, very expensive. I guess he has so many rocks that it's not a big problem. Yeah, so I guess I got lucky that probably Magnet knew there would be a better colony. He didn't bid high for the last one. Maybe everybody saving up for the vast territory. Parsley's also gonna go for the H1 temple upgrade. Grab urban growth. And that's gonna be it. Yeah, Magnet now very weak, but he has so many rocks. Even gets another colony here. Is gonna be the inhabited from Columbus. So his yellow bank is crazy. And he has so many rocks. I mean, 4 population. Finish the Magic Castle and rebuild that army, even an extra knight to become the strongest here. Monarchy grab for him as well, and still 11 rocks in the bank after this turn. Tries to grab swordsman, can develop those. It's a slow process upgrading the warriors to swordsman. He doesn't draw any cards because he spends both of his military actions. Yeah, we even would have liked the warfare more here than the swordsman. But now I can grab and wander. I only have the permits up to this point, but getting the railroad here very early on, one of the first cards in H2, And I have the iron, so it's gonna pay for itself, hopefully. And I want to make sure that I can finish that next turn. So increase pop and build one stage and make sure that I have enough rocks to finish it in the following turn. Grabbing an early tactic, which is nice. Now we get another colony from Parsley, who is going to take it for himself or just a warrior. That's very nice. If only had a little bit more science, I guess he can still spend it here. Grabs Rifleman, that's very important for him, having still 3 warriors and a breakthrough. I also like his position. Good science, very good rocks. But a little bit of a problem with food, which this colony didn't really help at all. He just lost 1 population and he's not going to regain it here. But there are a lot of food solutions in the 4 players. There's 3 selective breedings. And maybe some more colonies as well, so I don't see a big problem for him yet. Magnet is gonna go for that monarchy, build an extra lab, and go for that selective breeding. I guess he's also looking for food. Can't go for it next turn quite yet. Trites is gonna go coal. He can go for that this turn. Very early coal, very nice for him. He can upgrade 1 and grab urban growth. But I'm not sure I like that more than going for Cornmon. He could have gone for Cornmon here, and I guess not in the next... He could have gone for coal in the next turn. I think that would have been a lot better. Like if he went for Cornmon, develop that and build 1 extra philosophy, he would have enough for coal. He could have grabbed that as well, so I think that would have been a little bit better. Now there's probably not going to be a Cornmon left. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the second Cornmon is still going to be here. Then in 2 turns he can go for that. Then it would be maybe even better to go coal first. We will see. I will grab the architecture, can develop that and finish the railroad in 1 swift civil action. And grab that Cornmon, so that one will be gone. And there will only be 1 left. And I think Parsley is gonna take it. He will go for Napoleon. I guess he has monarchy. Maybe it's gonna be left. Napoleon elected, Rifleman developed, and what college grabbed. That's also very nice. He still has so many rocks. And the engineering genius, so he's making sure he can finish that next turn. Then you will have very high science production and still good rocks. So he's doing really everything he can. He can't upgrade his food, so he's grabbing a wonder instead. And he's upgrading his units because he doesn't have food to get new population. He spends his turns upgrading his current population and grabbing wonders. This is exactly what you want to do when you're stuck in such a position. Cook grabbed by Magnet. So a lot of culture production for him. Breakthrough grabbed and revolutionary idea. And I guess I was wrong. Conmon is sitting here for Trizer, so maybe that was a good move after all. Could even go for Robespierre if he wants to. Upgrade 1 mine, grab the Conmon, and grab efficient upgrade. So next turn he gets the Conmon, he gets to upgrade the last, maybe even both coals with efficient upgrade. So then he will be looking very strong as well. I don't want to spend all of my science or waiting so long to develop the Conmon, so I will go for Revolution for the Conmon. You don't save that much, but 6 science is quite a lot for me, so I decide to do it here. And then I can build 1 warrior, so I will have a little bit of corruption. But I'm also looking at a lot of food here, so hopefully next turn I can use the extra civil actions from that Conmon. And actually I also become the strongest, so I'm part of this foray. Not the biggest deal because there is a lot of rocks and food in the game, so the foray is nice, but not changing anything too much. Parsley will finish the Harvard College, going up to 7 science production, 17 strength, grabs patriotism. He is looking dangerous. Remember, he also has the Colossus, so he did draw new cards, and he's going to draw 3 extra cards at the beginning of H3. Magnet now, he sees what he wanted to see. He sees the sewers, he's going to grab it, and next turn finish it. That will increase his rock production quite drastically. We'll also build an extra knight. but he is not one of the two strongest. Triton now gets that Conmon, grades 1 and a second one of the mines. Grabs Frugality, Justice System, and Engineering Genius. Yeah, biggest problem for him is still Science, so he just spent all of his Science on the Coal and on the Conmon, which I definitely agree with. These were great cards and great technologies, but now he's kind of stuck for a moment on his low Science production. I would have maybe even... Didn't he have the Urban Growth in the turn before? He didn't grab it. He should have just built another Philosophy, in my opinion. Instead of grabbing something like the Justice System, you don't need that really. Instead, just build that extra Philosophy, go up to 3 Science protection. Would give him 4 Science next turn, then he could maybe go for the Alchemies. So I'm not too convinced by that turn. Dark Ages, 1, 2, 4 and 0 loss, so at least Triton doesn't lose anything. Maybe that was also his plan, I don't know if he played that, but yeah, we lose a 1 Science, not the biggest deal. And I will go for Newton, grab the Journalism as well, Cavalryman, and then hopefully also the Cannons. I guess I don't grab the Cannons. This is the first cannon, so it's still relatively likely that we get one of the Cannons. And I want to get out of Corruption here. I think I will build an extra... I don't get out of Corruption, sadly, but I will build an extra Religion, so I'm becoming stronger still thanks to Joan of Arc. And we see the first war of this game, War of a Territory from Parsley on Triton. Parsley gets the cannon, has enough science to go for it. Can destroy Aurora. Build a cannon. Does he have Napoleonic army? He does. 27 strength versus 11 from Triton at the moment. Reserves and selective breeding and cavalryman. Yeah, he's gonna get his food up. He's gonna get better yellow bang thanks to the war. So he solves his biggest problems with a bang. Magnet now is gonna get the sewers, and the colony he gets with it is the autonomous territory. So both Parsley and Magnet are having great turns here. 10 rock production now from Magnet and very good civil and military action. Bank. He gets another copy of cannons. Maybe I should have grabbed the cannons here after all. There's only 1 copy left now. He's gonna build one. 16 strength, but he has the Himeji Castle, so he can defend. Tries to open strategic territory. Parsley is gonna take it for a rifleman. Trites can grab Nobel here. Going up to 13. Grab Scientific Method. Increase Pop. And build another Swordsman. 2 Swordsmen. So he's going up to 18. He's just gonna lose 2 yellow cubes. But yeah, not that great. At least he has Scientific Method. I will open Uncertain Borders. Green is still the weakest. He has the same strength as ourselves, so I don't lose the yellow cube. But Parsley will gain another one. And then I go for Newton. I get this strategy out here. I can develop that. And I need more science. So I will grab a breakthrough. Increase pop twice probably. I can build another alchemy. And maybe another swordsman. Looks like I don't need the swordsman. I have a couple of defend cards. Not sure if I think I have so many military actions I could defend if Parsley attacked. But first Parsley will steal 2 yellow cubes. And he doesn't go for an aggression, he goes for a pact, and I will accept. I will be producing extra food and Parsley extra rocks. Parsley is now gonna upgrade his food production himself. Upgrading 1, grabbing a rich land. Using that immediately thanks to the Harvard College. Can increase pop and rebuild one of those riflemen that he had before. Magnet is gonna get us into H3. The Open Borders Agreement is gonna expire between me and Magnet, and then the Colossus draws 3 military cards for Parsley, so he could have wars from H3 already. Trites is something that's going his way. He gets extra population thanks to that St. Pete's. Magnet is gonna grab the riflemen. Can develop them. if you wanted, but first he wants to go up in food production, or maybe both. Can upgrade rifleman, 2 of those, and upgrade 1 food. Is going to copy the Napoleonic army, and one problem he has is actually blue cubes. Look at that. I mean, yeah, he loses 1 here and 2 on the autonomous, so 3 less blue cubes for Magnet here. He's gonna give him corruption for 1 rock and 1 food. Not ideal, but I guess he can manage with his good production. Oh, Trites goes for the Louvre. If that means he doesn't go for scientific method, he definitely should have gone for the scientific method. I guess he can do both. Then nah, you don't need to grab the Louvre here. There were better things to do. Get out of corruption, upgrade the second one. Yeah, maybe even grab Pro Sports because you need happy... I guess you don't need happy faces, you have St. Pete's. But still, there must have been better things to do here than grab the Louvre. It doesn't bring you forward at the moment. I will get my cannons, which is nice. I can develop them. Build 1, even 2 of those. Can grab the wave, a patriotism, and an urban growth. So all the yellow cards I can find. Up to 21 strength, so I can defend again. And drawing H3 cards here. Ooh, Parsley goes for an attack on Tricer, and Tricer can't defend, so 6 rocks gained, and that freshly built scientific method lost for Tricer. Parsley is gonna grab the reserves for food, can increase pop, build a cannon, grab pro sports. So he's getting ready for more wars, it seems like. Magnet now is going to open the arms industry. Parsley is part of all of that. Magnet as well. So yeah, 6 rocks for Parsley, 6 rocks for Magnet, and then 2 for me. Those are a lot of rocks gained for these guys. Magnet is going to upgrade 1 more food production, is going to grab the team sports. Is going to develop that and build 1 of them immediately. It's going to grab communism, maybe do a revolution next turn. Oh, actually, it's gonna go up 34 strength with this move. Very nice. Still very low science production, but yeah, maybe he gets out the communism on his next turn. Tricer is gonna go for Mandela. Can elect him. Build religion. Grab some modern infantry as well. Rebuild some of the science production he just lost. 16 strength. He can't defend again against Magnet or whatever Parsley. So very dangerous position for him to be in. Popularization of science 7, 7, 3 and 4. So me and Parsley have the best science production. There's also an air force. I will use patriotism here and develop the cavalryman. Can go for 1. Develop or grab the air forces, show my tactic, demobile artillery, grab revolutionary idea, grab military theory, and grab patriotism. So I'm also kind of getting ready for wars. I will have 4 corruption here, which is not great, but I have 23 rocks still in hand, and we see the first or the second aggression in a row from Parsley. Trites loses 7 culture. Democracy grabbed by Parsley, so he gets the democracy now. Can also go for Pierre. Has the pro sports for him, and still so many rocks. 41 strength, grabs movies. So maybe he hasn't found an war of a culture yet and wants to find a different way to produce culture, which I think I agree with. It's still relatively early here. We see another aggression from Magnet on Trites, 5 science lost now. Magnet will go for that communism revolution. Trites now, can he finally find a way? He still has got that Louvre. I mean, he has good culture production. Gets up some more science, just ignores military for now, it seems. He's not even gonna grab the military theory. Growth engineering. Okay. So we could see some more aggressions. I sadly don't have an aggression. I have a war though, and I have the modern infantry. I I will push. We get the wealthy territory, which I'm able to win for just a swordsman, which is really, really nice, getting 9 fresh rocks. And then I can increase pop here once at least, go for air forces, build 1 air force, and grab myself Wonder. I decide to go here for the space flight. I have pretty good size production, not the best, but it's gonna be relatively good. That space flight better than the United Nations because you don't have any H3 cards in hand at the moment. Then I grab reserves and decide to build 3 stages of that space flight. So I can finish it whenever I want. So spending those rocks, I still have corruption, but only 2. I think most of the rocks I've gained from the railroad have been lost to corruption. But yeah, I will also copy a tactic here. I still had enough military actions that it doesn't cost me any card draw, so I go for the Napoleonic army as well. And later on, maybe switch into modern army. And Vlada is definitely telling me something, giving 4 wars here. So yeah, this and kind of and everything. You look at my rocks, look at my technologies. Vlada's really telling me to go for some wars here. So we will try and see if I can oblige. Parsley is going for another aggression. He's going to steal a lot of food. 29 rocks. Can go for maybe Pierre. Yeah, he does that. Go for pro sports. Build 4 of them if he wants to. 1. Okay, only 1. Grabs internet. Builds Aurora. And another alchemy. So just the 1 pro sports for now. Just producing 2 culture with Pierre. But that's alright. Magnet is gonna grab a wonder as well. The United Nations. And then he can increase pop once, build a knight, go for navigation, and finishes United Nations. Probably has a good impact with that. Yes, a bit of strength. So he gains 10, Parsi is getting 15, and I'm getting 5. Okay. Pretty early wonder. Maybe he's hoping to get another one. With this one early finished. Try to get modern infantry. Can upgrade 1, 2, 3, 4. So finally out of the reach of those aggressions. Is gonna grab rockets and mechanized agriculture. Maybe revolutionary idea here as well. And floating 1 civil action. He's still the weakest, but I mean, he's also not drawing any cards. There could be more aggressions. Or a war, as it goes in my case. I go for the War of a Culture on Trice. Let's see how many strength points I can get together. I get the modern infantry, can develop those. Go for Marlene as well. So now I fulfill another tactic. I will destroy a farm, build that modern infantry. Destroy a lab, build another air force. And upgrade 1 or swordsman to modern infantry. So now with Marlene I fulfill the Napoleonic army twice and I have 2 air forces, so I'm going up to 65 strength. I can follow this up in the coming turns with more wars and the modern army. For that modern army I won't be needing all that much more. So I think this game is looking like it's gonna be a big military fest from my side from here on out. Parsi is going to go for the Olympic Games. Inhabited territories opened, and Parsi is going to take it for 2 knights. I couldn't participate in the bidding here. I need all my units to fill my tactics. So Parsi can have it. He's going to go for cannon, urban growth, and another arena. Grabs reserves here as well. Can increase pop again and go for yet another cannon. Up to 32 strength, but he has the entrenchment, so he is gonna go up to 50 strength. There's still 2 air forces, so I'm the only one with air forces at the moment. So using that to my advantage at the moment. Magnet now is gonna push. We get the developed territory, which Magnet is gonna win again himself. And then just needs to send 1 knight and gets this. He also gets air forces for 3 here, can develop them and build 1, so going up to 48 strength. Grabbing himself fast food chains as a second H3 wonder. Triton now. How can he defend against our war? International agreement is opened. I won't be taking that. I need my political actions to go for war. Triton can go for that. Rockets. Has to destroy some really expensive buildings. Can build 2 rockets. Does he have any tactic for that? Can even take all the rocks from the Louvre to upgrade 2 more of his infantry. But no new tactics, so only 44 strength. Grab some efficient upgrades here. But not all that much in total. So I will be stealing 26 culture, and I have another war. This one goes against Magnet. So I was very thinking for a long time who I should go against, Magnet or Parsley. But Magnet has a lot more culture, and he still has another H3 Wonder in process. So I thought he would definitely be the contender for first place. So taking away culture from him is worth a lot more than obviously from Triton or even Parsley, who also has a wonder, so it is not... they are both looking relatively good, but Magnet just has the extra 40 culture lead, so I wanted to take culture away from him, even though he has that Himeji Castle and could probably defend relatively nicely. But whatever Parsley also has enough science for the air forces, so he could go for those. 2 air forces will also be a lot of strength, so I decided to go against Magnet. And then I destroyed another lab, build another rifleman, destroy another mine, build yet another rifleman, going to 75, grab satellites, and I still need that tactic. So with that tactic, 99 strength, grabbing computers as well. So I wanted to make sure I can go for 1 more Nobel Prize with the revolutionary idea, satellites and computers. But I don't even end the age here, so we have another war we can go for in the following turn. Also, notice, some of you probably have, there was the Olympic Games, so I did lose 8 culture for declaring the war. So that I have to subtract from my points. Freedom of movement opened here from Parsley, so that is very good for Magnet. He can use that to defend a little bit better. But Parsley is going to go for civil service. He's also going to grab these air forces. He definitely needs them. He's going to increase pop, grab military buildup, use that to upgrade 1 more warrior, build 1 new one, and that's going to be it. But yeah, for next turn, obviously I can go for another war. Parsley could be the next target, but he can build 1 cannon and 2 air forces, I think, maybe even 3 air forces. So he is very hard to beat if he invests everything into military. H4 will start. Magnet is going to lose James Cook, but he gets the military alliance with Parsley, and he can, as I said before, use the freedom of movement to put a selective breeding into air forces, and then he can increase pop, can build 1 more army, so cannon, rifleman, destroys a lab and goes for knight, so 78 culture. I won't be stealing all that much from him if he uses the Magic Castle to sacrifice an air force. Einstein grabbed, tanks grabbed, but he doesn't have enough science to go for either any of these technologies. Triton can copy the entrenchments, go for modern farming, what's it called? Mechanized agriculture, not modern, mechanized agriculture. Can build another rockets, 64 strength from him. Not all that much, but better than Parsley at the moment, but he doesn't have a lot of potential. So for the last war, but let's first see this war resolved. How much do I steal from Magnet? 26, so he didn't sacrifice anything. He didn't want to sacrifice the air forces, but it will steal 26 here. And my next war goes against Triton. I did think long and hard about this decision, but because Magnet didn't sacrifice anything with his Himeji Castle, he now would be ready for yet another air force, could defend relatively nicely, and this time sacrifice. So he could, I think, even go for... I can't go for tanks, so he couldn't go for my tactic. But I still was a little bit afraid. If he goes for air forces, he gets another Napoleonic army. So I won't be stealing all that much from him, and I will hinder him from finishing the fast food chain. So that was one reason to go against Magnet. But I thought, like, if I go against Magnet and don't steal all that much culture, I'm sitting on 93, so then even Parsley could overtake me with his wonder. So I need a lot of culture, and the most culture I can gain is going at war versus Triitzer, even though he is the weakest, but he has the best option for me to get a lot of culture. So that's what I went for. I can go for one theater, grab oil. Right, so I have 102 culture here. I need my rocks to finish the spaceflight next turn. And with this, I can go for, yeah, I think satellites, computers next turn. And then this spaceflight will be relatively big. But yeah, with 102 strength, that's all I can really go for. I thought about going for more, going for an outdated army here, destroying everything, building 2 warriors, a cannon, and a cavalryman, I think. Then I could have fulfilled another army outdated and would have gone up to like 115, 20 maybe. But yeah, going against Magnet here would be, he could go up to 12 more points with another air force. So 80, 90 culture, 90 strength with sacrificing, he gets close to 100. So I would be stealing 30, maybe 35 culture from him, which isn't all that much. And Parsley, as I said before, he is really ready for the war. He could build 1 cannon and I think 3 air forces. So with that, I don't want to do the math, but it's a lot. He could go really, really high. So I decide, okay, I get my wonder, and I go against Triitzer. That will be enough. We get another strategic territory here. Triitzer is going to take it. But yeah, the biggest factor going against Triitzer here is that I can finish my space flight, which will be quite a lot of culture as well. And with 102 strength, I don't think I could win against Parsley, and against Magnet I wouldn't steal enough culture, so it's just the best move for me to go against Triitzer. Parsley here is gonna go for air forces, build 1, finish the internet, can destroy and build a cannon, so 84 strength from him. And then Magnet is gonna open the international negotiations. He can decide what I steal from Triitzer, not that it matters too much. And then he can go for Einstein, but not do anything with them. Gets his fast food chains for 23, going up to 143 culture at the end of his turn here. Triitzer can destroy and build a religion. Yeah, not doing all that much here. 58 culture. I steal 49 culture from him now, so quite nice. And then I go for another aggression on him. Here again, I did think long and hard about who I should go against, but I decided both of my other opponents, who I would like to go for aggression more, have the potential. If they had 3 defend cards, they could defend. So it was a risk I didn't want to take, and then I wasn't sure who to go against. Like, it's very, very even between these 2 guys, so I decided I will probably win this game without having to go against either of them, so I shouldn't take the risk. I can just take the safe 7 points from Triitzer and don't get involved in this battle. I don't want to decide who comes in second depending on who I aggress. When there is a target, I can just take the culture from, and it's most likely, or very, very likely, be enough, and I don't need to steal from Magnet or Parsley, so I just took the 7 culture from Triitzer. Sorry, Triitzer, but that's how it goes. I get the spaceflight for 27, I get the Nobel Prize this turn, and then because of my food issue, I destroy an air force and build that food. So I will end up with 186. We get balance 4 for 12 and 6, so very close here between Parsley and Magnet. Triitzer very far behind, and I'm on top with 40 points lead. Culture 10, 5, and 15. So they are getting closer, but I think I have enough of a lead. Strength, especially being in here, 15, 10, 5. So Magnet actually played that himself. Remember, he used that with the United Nations and they played it himself later on, but did backfire a little bit here. We get technology 16, 16, 8 only for Magnet. I think with that, whatever pass, he should have the lead against Magnet. Harmony 12, 20 from Parsley, 16 for Magnet, Trites with 16 as well. And the last impact is not going to change anything here. I think 12, 20, 18, and 10. So these will be the final standings, 245 versus 224. So not that far apart. I did need all of those wars. And I guess with my last aggression, I could have gone for Parsley. But also he's not that far ahead from Magnet, and it was enough like this. So I think I did do the right decisions with my wars and aggressions, even though it did result in a lot of wars on the same guy, Triitzer, which usually I like to go for wars against my direct opponents more, which I did do against Magnet, but I think the third war had to go against Triitzer again. And then the aggression here could have gone against anyone, but I decided not to mess with this duel here, which Parsley takes for himself, so I will take the win. Congrats for Parsley for taking the second. As I said, this is one of my games in International Championship. I'm not going to show a lot of them, so we don't take a look at the current standings. I don't know them myself. I'm not that high in International Championship. It's not like the Intermezzo or the World Championship. So yeah, just wanted to show you this game with a lot of wars from me. Definitely a little bit lucky, or quite lucky, getting all of those wars. I think if I hadn't gotten them, I could have also switched into a different way. Like, I built up most of my military after getting those wars, and if I had instead drawn a lot of impacts, I could have done something else, but I think I also had a very good position for military and wars. Quite lucky that I drew so many wars to use against my opponents. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and yeah, see you guys for the next one as well.